least the voters in California and across the country will have a fuller picture of the lengths to which Democrats will go to hold on to power.
It is worth noting, guys, why is it that not only can they not count, but why is it that when they get these mail-in ballots in almost every city, it always happens in blue cities and blue states, that almost all of the mail-in people are Democrats? Why is that? I thought this was quite interesting from End Wokeness. Time to get election results. In Brazil, 2 hours. They have to count 124 million ballots. France, 4 hours for 34 million people. India, 24 hours, 640 million people. That's a lot of counting. Germany, 8 hours, 51 million ballots. Argentina, 6 hours, 25 million ballots. And California, 37 days last time to count 10 million ballots. Here's Laura Ingraham on Fox calling for Congress to do something about this, because this is just, the system cannot operate if the idea of fraud is just cooked in and we never get election results on election day.
Well, to that point, the angle proposes the following. Both the House and Senate Judiciary Committees should call every major election official in California to testify about their specific process for vote collecting, safeguarding, and counting. Testimony should include how and why their officials ultimately settled on this vote counting regime, along with their refusal to require voter ID. So, to assist in this investigation, both chambers can appoint special masters, that's what they're called, to oversee the fact-finding, and then they could assist in writing a report that they could then present to DOJ. Now, it's important to note this. While courts usually find disputes under this clause non-justiciable, in other words, they won't hear the case because they think it's a political question, at least the voters in California and across the country will have a fuller picture of the lengths to which Democrats will go to hold on to power. And maybe, just maybe then, they'll demand change in what many of us believe is potentially the most corrupt voting system in the Western world.
I hate to tell you, Laura, it's a nice idea. They're not going to do it there. As long as that place remains a Democrat supermajority where the fraud is baked in, it's not just, it's electoral fraud, but it's also now we know about all the money laundering fraud and the hospices and all of this stuff. Like, there's just so much broken there that how do you the systems don't even work enough to break out of that. And that really is the problem. So we will see. On June 11th, the Rubin Report will be live at the Fillmore Miami Beach with Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, Adam Carolla, Jillian Michaels, and little old me. Seats are limited and going fast, so if you've been watching the show and want to experience it live, scan the QR code right over here and grab your tickets. I'll see you there.